Now, I think we've moved beyond it now, but there was for a period of time there a real surge in popularity of, young adult novel to translate into movies. It was the big rage, whether it was Twilight or what was that damn one where they woke up in a maze? Maze Runner. What's the one with the maze? Maze Runner. Reminds me of this time my wife Ann asked me, John, what's the name of that movie with Aaron Brockovich? Aaron Brockovich? Yeah, the one about the maze. Maze Runner. And of course, one of the most successful, Hunger Games. Hunger Games was a runaway freight train of money making that kind of caused the studio to go, hey, let's take that short last book and split it into another one so we can make double movies out of it. Whatever. I like the Hunger Games franchise, although as I was just telling these guys, I wasn't really big on the final episode, but be that as it may. We've heard for a while now that they are looking to go back and capitalize on the world of Panem again by wanting to do a Hunger Games prequel. That's happening. One of the main characters, of course, is going to be President Snow, who was played in the movies by good Canadian kid Donald Sutherland. And obviously he won't be playing it in this one.
No.
I hear they're going to digitally de-age him. No, I'm kidding.
No, wait a minute.
that would be a lot. Or just get Kiefer. Only it have to be somebody even younger than
That's
Kiefer,
true.
I think. So there's that. But today we got big news. They have actually now announced their lead for the new Hunger Games prequel, and it's going to be West End Stories, Rachel Zegler.
West Side.
What did I say?
West End.
Story.
Did I say West End?
You were thinking about London.
Yeah.
I was probably thinking about
Thinking
London.
of
West
Pet Shop
Side
Boys.
Story, which I
West
still think
End.
was the best film of last year. West Side Story's Rachel Zegler. Now, of course, Rachel was fantastic in West Side. She did get outshone a little bit by one of her co-stars who went on to win an Academy Award, but that's all okay. Rachel was fantastic in it, and she was absolutely wonderful. Now we find out she's going to be the lead. This is the most significant, tangible piece of information that we've had and real signs of life that this Hunger Games prequel is actually going to happen. So listen, whether she's the right person for this role, I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about this thing, but the name of the prequel, I know this, the name of the prequel is really terrible. The name of the prequel is Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Once again, Hunger Games, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Sorry, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Not off to a good start with the title, but whatever. The title won't make it a good movie or a bad movie. Listen, so all I know is get somebody with talent. This girl blew me away in West Side Story, so I think this is pretty cool. And listen, is another Hunger Games movie necessary? Well, the answer to that question obviously is no, but I would press that there has never been a film made in cinematic history that was necessary. Can it make money? Can it entertain the audience? That's going to be the key thing. So anyway, Rob, you hear about them casting Rachel Zegler here. What do you think about the casting, and do you think the audience is looking for another Hunger Games movie?
Well, I mean, Suzanne Collins came back and wrote that book. So, she, the original author, created it. And I think that she's a great actress. I mean, I thought she was terrific in West Side Story. And she has a great look, and clearly she's got the chops to play the role. And I think they did cast President Snow.
I think you're right about that.
But I don't remember who it was. But he looked good. I remember seeing him going, that looks good. I think the story of, again, you know what it makes me think about? The prequels. The idea of civilization. How did Panem come to be? Like, why are there different districts, and how did this happen? And are they going to, obviously it has to take place 50 years before Hunger
Something
Games.
like that.
I mean, if we get to see an interesting examination of where President Snow came from and what turned him into the person he is, and I think that the potential for a great story is there. And look, dude, I got to tell you, Stephen King wrote a review of the Hunger Games, I want to say in Entertainment Weekly, and I'd never heard about it, and I went out and bought the book. I read that book in one sitting. And even though it was kind of like Stephen King's own novel of the Running Man, it was like Battle Royale, I really liked it. I thought it was good. And I thought the first Hunger Games movie was actually quite good in terms of an adaptation of the novel. So I'm stoked, to be honest.
By the way, here's a synopsis for the story that we have so far. In case you're into, this comes to us from the folks over at Slash Film. Years before he would become the tyrannical president of Panem, 18-year-old Coriolanus That doesn't sound right. Snow is the last hope for his fading lineage, a once proud family that has fallen from grace in a post-war capital. With the 10th annual Hunger Games fast approaching, the young Snow is alarmed when he is assigned to mentor Lucy Gray Baird, the girl tribute from the impoverished District 12. But after Lucy Gray commands all of Panem's attention by defiantly singing during the reaping ceremony, Snow thinks he might be able to turn the odds in their favor. Uniting their instincts for showmanship and newfound political savvy, Snow and Lucy's race against time to survive will ultimately reveal who is a songbird and who is a snake.
Can I guess who the snake is?
Can we go out on a limb?
Can I?
I mean, listen, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds an awful lot like the Hunger Games synopsis. The defiant girl from District.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. But I was wondering if they're going to get singing in there. So okay, here we go. Anyway, Chris, you hear about this? What do you think about the sound of it? Do you like her casting? Do you think the audience is ready for another Hunger Games? What do you think?
I do love Rachel's casting. She's great. She's having such a good year. We had West Side Story. She's in Snow White, and she looks great in that costume. Oh my gosh, she's killing it.
Oh man.
Oh, she looks so perfect as her. And now we've got this, which obviously the Hunger Games, huge franchise, launched, so many careers. So this is really exciting. And I think there's definitely still a market for this kind of movie. We do have the problem with it being a prequel because I know how Snow ends up. I know how he turns out. So when you tell me who's a snake, I'm like, it's Snow. It's Snow. He's a bad
Snow is the
man.
snake.
And the guy who was cast to play him is Tom Blythe. And you might recognize him if you're here in LA on all those Epic's Billy the Kid billboards because he's Billy the Kid in that. So
Okay.
Here's a question though. What if they? What do they say about the Barney movie? Oh yes, subvert expectations. What if they subvert expectations here and we get to the end of this thing and like Snow was actually a really good kid, like a really good 18-year-old, and he gets effed over by this other character, and that's what hardens him and leads him on a path.
That's a great story though.
I mean, so there's a
there
little
is
bit
that.
I don't know. Maybe it could be interesting. Questions for you guys. What do you think about this? We got Rachel's now going to be the lead in the new Hunger Games prequel. Do you like the sounds? Were you fans of the original movies? I was for the most part. Do you think this is going to be received well by the audiences? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. We want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of today's video, Stamps.com. Now, guys, as a small business owner myself, I'm always looking for ways to save costs, yes, but I know that our most valuable resource is time, and I'm always looking for things that can save us time. Stamps.com saves you both. Because when you're running a small business, every second counts. You can't afford to waste a single moment. So why are you still taking time out of your day to go to the post office when you could be using Stamps.com instead? Stamps.com makes mailing and shipping quick, easy, and cost-effective. How cost-effective? Well, you can get discounts that you can't find anywhere else, like up to 30% off USPS rates and 86% off UPS. And there's no special hardware technology you need. All you need is your regular computer and printer, no special supplies or equipment required. So guys, stop wasting time and start saving money when you use Stamps.com to mail and ship. Sign up with the promo code CAMPEA for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts needed. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and enter the code CAMPEA.